Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. Let's talk about Hunt for Love. Season 1, Episode 6. It was a great episode. It was fun, lighthearted, and really funny, so let's get into it. Cole and Jen are on their champagne date, and he tells her that he's so jealous of Chantal because they got to kiss. Wink, wink. And Jen's like, yeah. That was my very first kiss.
¿Cómo se dice? Quiero un beso.
Quiero un beso.
Un beso.
And then she goes, are you sure you don't mind that you're not my first kiss? You're going to be my second kiss after Chantal. And he's like, yeah, I don't mind. And then they share a little kiss.
There you go. You got a ton of kisses today.
It's my lucky day.
Jen decided that she's going to focus more on Cole since Rob is still legally married, and that can get way too messy, and I kind of agree. I know separation is a very real thing, and sometimes divorce takes a while in terms of the legal process, but I personally would want to wait until that man is officially divorced because I just don't want to get into any mess, and I don't want people to use that against me. Like, oh, you were with a married man, even though he's been technically separated for 4, 5, 6 months. It doesn't matter. In the eyes of other people, they're gonna think you're a that breaks up a marriage.
Maybe Rob still has feelings for her. I'm sure that the last thing that he wants to have right now is a serious relationship because he hasn't even finished the prior one.
Now back at the resort, everybody's drinking, they're getting lit, they're partying, they're having a great time. Chantal's back from her date with Rob, which ended up being a big fat fail for her because Rob only talked about Jen the whole entire time.
I was pretty surprised that you selected me. I mean, Jen kicked it off, picking somebody out the team, so it was
Well, that kind of sucks.
By the way, someone in the comments said that Courtney reminded them of Vicky Gunvalson, and now I cannot unsee it. Now all I see is whoop it up, whoop it up. Tim makes 3 of the normie guys and May do push-ups, and he's like, oh my god, I noticed May being real good at push-ups, and that made me wonder what else she's good at.
60 seconds. Whoever can do the most push-ups.
Let's go!
And I was completely blown away that May could keep up with these huge bodybuilding guys.
And I have to agree, I was very impressed that she could keep up with those guys. She just kept going and going and going and going and going and going, and I was like, damn. Colty and Courtney chat, and Usman is just standing there watching.
Yeah, he likes me, but we're here to get to know everybody. Why was he mad?
He looks like a fish out of water. He's so awkward. He doesn't know how to mingle or how to act or how to have fun in this group. I really think he is in the wrong age group. He doesn't vibe with anybody under 55. Send him somewhere else. So Courtney asks Colt, so I noticed that you and Usman were talking last night. What did you guys talk about? And Colt goes,
he was mad because he thought I was trying to, get with you.
And she goes, well, we're here to meet everyone and get to know everyone. So, what's a big deal? And he goes,
yeah, but he thinks I like you more than a friend.
Well, he got heated a little bit because he thought I was making an advance on you.
And then she goes, well, do you like me more than a friend? And he goes, I mean, yeah, I do like you. I really enjoy hanging out with you a lot. And then all of a sudden we hear a scream and the sun cuts to a giant ass bug in a glass cup fighting for its damn life.
I really just enjoy hanging out with you a lot.
I think our conversations. Oh Lord.
Don't worry.
What is it?
Don't worry, baby. I'll protect you.
What the fork is that thing? Why is it so humongous and gross looking? Holy shit. And they seem to be everywhere, and they have wings, and they fly around, and they're
disgusting.
Oh my god, these roaches like Jurassic because these ones had wings.
I'm sorry, I know there are bug lovers out there, but if I see a bug, I am not saving it. I am going to kill it. Sorry, not sorry. Everyone then decides to call it a night because the bugs are out. Colt brings Courtney to his room and they dance and then she falls. Usman's alone. Tiffany, Tim, and I think 2 normies are in her room. They're gossiping. Rob is all alone thinking about what Cole and Jen could be possibly doing. And Jen has Cole in her room and they have a threesome. Well, we don't know if they banged, but they definitely hooked up and we saw the raccoon. The raccoon was the main character, y'all. The raccoon made its debut on Hunt for Love, Season 1, Episode 6. That was gold. That was so funny that the raccoon was actually in their room. Like, that's so crazy. Now, while we don't know what exactly Jen and Cole did, we certainly heard some of what they did. And that was not appreciated, TLC. Please, y'all can leave the sound effects out. Please. Anyway, the next morning, everybody's working out, and Usman and a normie named Nikki, they start talking, and he tries to flirt, and I feel like he's kind of bad, but she takes it. She's like, okay, I'm intrigued. And he goes, have you been to Africa? And she's like, no, I've actually never been out of the country except for right now. And he goes, all right, what if I bought you a ticket? Would you come? And she's like, I just met you. This is my very first time talking to you. How about you ask me after the first date? And he goes, okay, do you want to go on a date? I was like, damn, what the hell?
Would it be open for me to take you on a date?
Yeah. I'd be down to go on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go on a date.
Usman reveals that he's very excited to date Nikki out because she's a cute girl, but he's secretly hoping that Courtney will notice and get jealous.
Doing 2 missions, and maybe I'm gonna end up being with the right person.
Next, we see Chantal, Tiffany, Colty, and Elise chatting. And Chantal says, I don't think I have a chance with Rob because all he did was talk about Jen. That's all he talks about the whole entire time. He just talks about Jen. And Elise goes, oh my God, somebody asked me if I had sex with Rob the other night because they heard sex noises from his room, but it definitely wasn't me. And Chantal goes, oh my God, so Rob is having sex with someone? And Tiffany's like, oh, I was hanging outside with Carlo the other night and then we heard some spicy noises coming from someone's pool. And we look over and it's Jen's room. So Chantal's like, are you sure they were doing some hoe activities?
Straight up ask you,
Girl, this is so juicy. How do you know that that was actually hotivities? Did you hear
Any round of applause going on?
So they all figure out that Rob and Jen banged and they're not happy about it because Jen is now hanging out with Cole and she's leading him on, and Cole is such a sweet, nice guy and they don't want him to get hurt.
Why would she be there that late at night in that pool? So I was like, I'm not involved.
Yeah.
I love Cole. He's a sweetheart. I don't know Jen that well, but that is shady as.
Now, Colty's upset for Elise because they're friends and people are making up false rumors about her, and that's not fair. And so Elise is like, you know what? I think I need to let Cole know.
I think I need to have a conversation with Cole, and I think he needs to know.
Tiffany's upset because Jen's lying and she's not being honest, and she just doesn't fuck with that, and Cole deserves better.
Like, I don't hang out with people like that. That's shady.
So now they're all mad and they're like, we're gonna tell Cole and we're gonna expose them.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I was so excited because drama's brewing and Mama loves drama.
So Tiffany and Carlo approach him first and they talk to him because they're the ones who heard Jen and Rob in the pool. And then Elise and Colty join, and then Cole starts to look a little nervy. He's like, oh my God, why is everybody gathering trying to talk to me? So then they let him know that Jen and Rob were hanging out and there were very spicy noises. And he's like, what kind of sounds were they? Like sex sounds? And Tiffany goes, yes, absolutely. Like that sound.
At her place.
Yeah, so I heard.
Did you hear what they were talking about? Did you hear his sex sounds?
Yeah.
And then Elise tells him, you don't deserve any of this. And then Carlo tells him, Rob's a scumbag and Jen's a snake. Cole is very sad. He's so disappointed. And he's like, should I talk to Rob about it? And they're like, yes, talk to him right now.
Do you think it's worth me approaching him and having a conversation with him?
100%.
You
He's
need
not
to
gonna be honest
on it.
but like,
You need to find out.
So he walks away with his head down and then he goes to Rob's room. Back at the beach, Oshama 2.0, I don't know his name. Oh, Joe, okay? But I want to call him Oshama 2.0 because he looks like a different version of Osama. Okay, well, I'll call him Joe. So Joe lets Chantal know that he wants to keep getting to know her. And she's flattered. But you know I'm so much older than you, right? Like, are you okay with that? How do you feel about that? And he goes,
I don't mind. I know I'm only 25, but I don't act like it.
and she's happy to hear that. So she's like, okay, I'm excited to explore this too. And so he tells her that he's going to talk to the coordinator and set up a date for them. And she's super excited. A man who takes charge and takes initiative? Hell yeah, that's hot.
I'll give you a time and a place. I'll tell you what to wear, and then I'll come get you, and we'll go have a nice evening.
I like that.
That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right,
Amazing,
yeah,
actually.
definitely.
A man of action. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Chantal, don't forget, he wants his booty ate because he made it very clear he likes it. But honestly, I think she might be down because she seemed pretty open to it in the van. Now back at Rob's room, Cole is telling him that he's being so disrespectful by not being honest about him and Jen. And Rob's like, bro, you're doing way too much. You're not her boyfriend. And then Cole tells Rob, well, I know you guys were at the pool together and people were saying that they heard noises coming from the pool, like constant splashing. Did you guys hook up? And Rob's like, no, absolutely not. We did not do anything. Those splashing noises, those constant splashing noises we made, we were just playing Little Mermaid. Just kidding. He didn't really say that, but he denies everything. He's like, we didn't even make out. We didn't even kiss. We didn't do anything. And then the editors do a side-by-side of Rob saying that they didn't even make out with a scene of them making out.
We didn't even make out. We didn't make out or anything.
Any intimacy
so
at all?
we were literally, we did pass out after playing Mario Kart.
That was chef's kiss. This kind of made me think that Rob actually likes Jen, like he actually wants to pursue something, because he kept that a secret knowing that Jen really does want to keep that a secret. If he didn't care about Jen, I feel like he would have blurted it out and said that, yeah, I did hook up with Jen. But the fact that he didn't and kept it a secret kind of makes me think that he actually likes her. Cole tells him, you know what, I don't really care if you guys hook up or not. I just care that you don't do it behind my back and make me look like an idiot.
Obviously, it will hurt me to know that. I don't really care to know that, but it's when it's done behind my back and then I'm sitting there on a fishing hook on Jen's rod.
Rob's like, okay, but in reality, he doesn't care about Cole or how he feels. It's time for another activity. So oh my God, I almost said Islanders because I am so locked in on Love Island. It's time for another activity. So all the people get together and the dating coaches arrive and they're going to look at everybody's social media and compare them to the real person. And they're going to decide if the Instagram image actually represents the person in real life.
Because you gotten to know each other a little bit here, so we want to kind of see who you are versus what you show to the world.
Tim offers to go first because he's like, yeah, do me. I don't really care if I go first or not. So we see his Instagram profile. We see his pictures. He's in his glitter jeans, his shiny leather knee-high boots. We see a video of him in his $400 red light mask therapy on, and then another picture of him in his mink fur coat with Veronica, his ex-girlfriend. And Jen thinks he's a poser and that he's trying to portray himself as someone he's not.
I definitely see right through it. Like, I don't see money, and he has definitely no sense of fashion or style. It's just like the complete opposite.
And I couldn't disagree more. I think that's exactly who he is. He loves weird fashion. He loves his pink fur coats, his metallic boots, his under eyeliner. He does not care that his fashion style is atrocious. And I kind of respect the hell out of him for that because he does not give a fuck what other people say about what he wears. He's going to wear it anyway because it makes him happy. And I like that about him. The normies see the picture of Tim with his ex Veronica and they're like, ooh, you keep your ex on your profile? That's such a red flag.
How do you feel about exes of your current partners or future partners being on their profiles? Does anybody see it as a red flag?
I mean, I do mostly.
But they don't understand Tim and Veronica's relationship. In any other circumstance with any other person, I would put a big fat red flag as well, but not with Tim and Veronica. Now on to Rob's Instagram. He has a bunch of selfies that seem pretty normal to me. I feel like he looks good. He looks fine in them. And then the dating coach asks, is this an accurate reflection of Rob? And then Jen goes, no, because he's obviously a gorgeous, beautiful, stunning person. But on his social media, you don't see the depth he has. He's such a deep person with deep thoughts. And then Elise goes, oh, by the way, Jen, I heard that he was in your room the other night. How did he look in your bed?
You were with him, had a little sleepover, something went down. Does he still look like that?
But Jen takes that and she pivots so fast. She's like, I don't know. I haven't seen his full body. Have you, Elise? And she goes, no, I'm not the one who had sex with him. And Jen goes, I didn't either. And then Rob goes, you know what? I'm tired of everyone making up random shit. Okay, so first I had sex with Elise and now I had sex with Jen. And then Colty turns to Rob and goes, Elise is a good person. She didn't have sex with anyone. And Rob goes, how do you know? And then Colty goes, well, it's not right that there's false rumors going around about Elise. And Rob goes, well, whose fault is that? And Colt goes, I don't know. Why don't you tell us who you had sex with?
She not just
Then whose fault is that?
I don't know who you really. That's what I want to know.
You guys, it's getting so damn messy. And Rob is silent. And then Colt continues and he goes, why were there splashing sounds coming from your pool?
I never seen that from her pool. What's that about? I think you're coming up with bull. I think you're full of bull. You won't admit that you're get in the pool.
Oh my God, I died when they did the hand motion of the splashing sounds so aggressively. Like Colt was mad. So after Colty asks him why there were splashing sounds coming from his pool, he was like, you're making shit up. And Colty is fighting for Elise's honor. He will not accept any Elise slander because they are now best friends. And Jen, oh Jen, she tries to slut shame Elise by saying that she threw herself onto Rob day one. And Colt is like, nope, not today, Satan. He looks at her and he goes, why are you forking Rob? And then Jen says,
I'm not.
Why are you Rob?
No,
I'm not
Rob.
Yeah, okay. Who are you?
She's so annoying. And Colt's like, all right, then who are you forking then? And she goes, aw, are you jealous because you have no connection here?
Is it Cole?
Are you jealous
Question.
because you
Jen?
have no interaction with anybody here?
And boom, the episode ends. Damn, that was a good episode. That was entertaining. That was great. I loved it. And then we get a little snippet of next week's episode where Joe and Chantal, they're on a date in the hot tub and her boobs are massive. They are huge. I actually feel so bad for her back. Like that girl's back has to be in so much pain to carry those massive melons. And Joe was really happy to see those melons on display. He was like, well, that's it for the recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments and have a fantastic weekend. Depending on when I post this, I have a feeling I might post this on Saturday or Sunday, like after the weekend is over. So if that's the case, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.
It's a recap. It's a recap.